Okay, so yeah, we have been here for like a six run of a 4 weeks class, and each class we learn like 2 characters, and of course many basic elements you will repeat again and again, and we just use the so anytime you can join, never be too late.
Oh, I thought I was at the beginning of a class, like a 4-week class.
Yeah. This is the beginning of this section of 4. So each
Okay.
class kind of the separate and individual, and we'll build up lots of things. I mean, gradually, so no problem.
I got a question. I have a question for you. I bought the recommended brushes
Brush.
and the paper. The general one, the medium.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Which
This,
size?
yeah, this paper that I have, it has a tiny little. Should I worry about that, or does that come out, or is it? I don't know. So.
Like a little like a okay.
It came folded in thirds.
I understand. Don't worry about that. Actually, for the Chinese painting or Chinese calligraphy, they are very thin handmade paper, and like it's soft folded, no problem. Even hard crease, no problem. Eventually, okay, you try to your best to use paper weight or anything to flatten it. And after that, if you really want to display it, you need to mount it to the backing paper.
Right.
So that's the chance to flatten it.
Okay.
So far, no problem. If it not bother you, really curvy to write it on.
Yeah, I rolled it the opposite way, and it kind of relaxed it a bit.
Right. And when you write, you try just to flat it and put the paper weight on there. On the edge. Yeah, no problem.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Victoria?
Yes, Emily.
I have sometimes, if a crease is really bad and it prevents me from using the paper, I iron it with an iron.
Oh, okay, you iron it?
Yeah, it helps a lot. It may not, it's not quite the same as mounting it, but it'll take out, a lot of the a lot of that.
Right.
Yeah, it works really well.
Okay. So Michael, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Emily is very experienced calligrapher.
Well, that sounds pretty easy, and I actually thought about it, but I thought I better wait and see.
Okay. Yeah, now you got the answer from the expert.
All righty.
Okay. Anyway, so Emily, did you before ironing it, did you spray something to moisture it like iron the shirt or without moisture?
Yeah, sometimes you can just lightly spray it, just like you would before you mount it with the silicone.
Okay. Got it.
Works great.
Thank you, Emily. Okay. And today we are going to learn 2 characters, because we have been doing like orchids for a while, and I think on East Coast and lots of places become cold, and you have the red leaves, maple leaves. That might be the subject matter you want to do the painting, and so we can learn the characters about the red leaves, and so that's my desk. So for the red first. Let's see the handout.怎么又不能 see the handout? I don't know.
Let me see. The camera is wrong. Let me see.
Something wrong?
Yeah, this should be this one.
我不能看，我的看到
Handout is on the side.
Right.
Okay, you use scene one. Scene one, yeah, the number one, yeah.
Okay, not point here. Anyway.
Is it okay?
我没有在旁边可以看的那个。
Okay, you can see it, right?
I can see, but I
Yes.
cannot show
looks
them.
good.
Two, three dots here. Horizontal, vertical. Showed a little bit of connection actually. Okay. See any I think this is too long for the best balancing looking. Is there any elements we remembered before? Anybody can? Silk? Yes. I actually couldn't remember where we learned that. Anyway, the music string, music instrument things. So this part actually the radical of the silk, you know, the silk twist thing, you know, silk twist thing like that, silk twist thing. So it's a silk radical. We have lots of like a color from the natural thing, natural plants. So lots of color with this silk radical or some like the grass top radical, something like that. So this is silk radical. Actually, this part is worker or work. Worker or worker. 工人, this work, then this worker, this is people, right? So worker. And anyway, there is no meaning matter to get put together. Two parts together means the color of red. So this, let me write a better one. It's not beautiful. So yeah, this is okay. So like a press, like a dot, press it, and like two things same, but the first one a little bit larger actually, and the second one a little bit smaller. Look at the handout here, and kind of lift up and put a dot here, and then 3 dots with a little bit this direction. There are 3 dots like in a group. They talk to each other, you know, in the group, taking care each other. And those part, this is the left part, right part, about the same width, but see, not the same height, not always the same height for the right part, with less stroke, but you know, sometimes even the size are different, almost from here. And to the kind of the bottom, this dot, the position. Not too long this time. I think this one better, but a little bit, should be a little bit down, a little bit, huh? See, you can tell, yeah, from the sample and from your practice, you want to choose the best one, and always see the wholeness. See the wholeness. I think I got 2 pieces of paper. So smaller of right part, but still, you know, a little at the middle and a little bit down. I mean, to the bottom, to hold the whole balance. Yeah. I think a little bit too high, one a little bit shorter, and with not that spacey, too spacey here. Standard writing is the most hardest is the hardest one. So you want to concentrate it to do each strokes, to do the calligraphy stroke with press and leaf and very stable looking. And then meanwhile, you need to keep your one eye on the wholeness. You need to get the whole thing balanced. And sometimes this part good, that part not very satisfied, just. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to do. And for the walking class, walking style, more connection and I cannot get this out. The
sidebar. Using the sidebar. Let me see. It's here. And you can use this sidebar.
Okay, for the walking style, the right part of the work part, like two horizontal and one vertical in the center. That part keep the same, right? Only the radical of the silk part is become much easier. And how to do that? There is something, some kind of rule. You do things is really like a twist things, but different weights you need to put, different power you need to put on. And look at what I'm doing is down to the slant, like one and back a little bit, then you do two shorter and you back, then you do this press and up. So not even power. You do one, two, up, do that. Yeah. One, two, up. And then this part easier. Yeah, just remember the silk part become easier, not 3 dots on the bottom, but a press and lift, up lift, this kind of things. And those like triangle thing become really concentrated on the down part. Up, press and up, do this. Yeah. Yeah, we say always say like a calligraphy stroke, which means some press, some lifting. So you need to put a different power on it, and you understand which direction you need to put like heavier, and which is lifting, which is press. Yeah. So again, we will use this a lot later. Yeah, like a 3. Now 1, 2, and 3. The third one is press and up and lift. Yeah, this kind of thing. So not the even just trace it. Okay, let's do the cursive style. Cursive style kind of different. Yeah, look at that. Look at the number 3, and very circle connect to the right part of the work part, like number 2. So number 3 a little bit larger, and number 2 a little bit smaller. Remember that this came from the standard style, but put it like more cursive, and we call running style, right? More connect. And but this is for the silk radical. It's very common to write and very interesting. So you press it to start, and the number 3, and then number 2. My brush is too dry, but doesn't matter. I will do more. Everybody can do that. Yeah, we call it because lots of connection and put them together. Sometimes like the number 3, number 2, or Z or S. Lots of these things shows in the cursive style, running style. But you need to remember this left and right 2 parts, and this is the connection part. So do not do this, it's too heavy, and try to put some rhythm. This to start, and here the other thing. Yeah, from the grass style and walking style. After that, look at the things you write down on the paper. It should shows the speed of your writing. A little bit. Yeah, and try to do a little bit. Different weights of that shows where you pressed, or a little bit different. You can tell the rhythm of that, not like the standard style. Of course, standard style, you can see where you lived as well. Okay. And then let's do so this red, you can do lots of things with the red leaves. Also, like a red flower. We learned a flower, right? Red flower put together. Okay, let's do leaves. Look at lots of stroke and lots of the vertical and horizontal. As I said, sometimes lots of vertical and horizontal, it's hard to write it beautifully because either too stiff or like doesn't look very balanced. Hard to do it with this grass top, you see, right? Like a 2 cross grass top, but write them a little bit, direction, not 90 degree. And then in the middle part, anybody remember, is there characters for that we learned?
It was from World.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember everything, Emily, in your mind?
Good memory, Emily.
I didn't expect you, to read in mind a little bit, probably image remember, but I don't know. So the long horizontal one, and these things not in the center, in the about this, like two vertical, small horizontal, kind of seal it, and then these things. Yeah, the world we learned. And then what's on the bottom? Is there anything? The bottom thing, what I'm writing?
Is that tree?
Good, good. It's a wood. And the two dots, so don't do too small. I think this wood part on the bottom a little bit too small. So the whole balance thing not very stable. Look at the example, the vertical part even bigger, right? And this compare with whole thing, the whole this need to be a little bit, this need to be stronger, but I never repeat it. I redo it, yeah. I mean, never repeat that, just simply repeat this, the stroke, single stroke, never redo it, never. Okay, so this part is wood, remember that? This part and wood. It's like a tree-like thing. Good memory, yes, good memory. It's tree-like thing, right? Image a little bit like. And two of them put together is the small forest, right? Forest, but small. And the big forest, remember that? Three wood together. It's the large, big forest. Recall that? So this leaf, the character top with the radical grass top, like the two sprouts looking, but as in character bring straight, like two cross, right? That's the grass top. So grass top normally this radical indicated the belonging of the plants, right? So this leaves, of course. So grass top first. And then, so this is for any kind of leaves. Also, this is the last name. Okay, I do stronger, see the wholeness, because the bottom one not supposed to be that weak, right? Otherwise cannot really stand and to hold, carry on whole thing. And two dots kind of taking care of each other and talked each other. So that's why the left dots, look at the sample, shows a little bit, when it finished up a little bit, a little bit backstroke, ready for this dot, the direction like that. Yeah, talking each other, taking care of each other, hold this way. Yeah, dots, same way to write, but always different direction, right? Yeah, try to control it. So this is the standard leaves. Yeah, by the way, help you to remember, this is the world. right? In between. Okay, let's look at the kind of the three parts of that. Let's look at the walking style. Walking style, a lot change, right? A lot change. Still can tell the grass top radical. It's very common for the grass top when you do faster or make it simple to do two cross together. Two cross together by one stroke for the horizontal, not the two. Like that. Yeah. Horizontal first and two vertical thing. And in the middle, the world thing become just simply one horizontal and then 1, 2, 3. Then that's it. Become really simple, yeah. With some logical, yes, but not very precise fits, you know. Okay, so if put them together, radical, I mean grass top, and then one horizontal one, and then 1, 2, 3 with some direction, like a 3 together, and just a 1 to seal them at the bottom. And the wood part on the bottom almost the same, but you know, the connection of the two dots can be very connected. Even here is some things after the upper horizontal and connect to this wood part. Sometimes the two dots a little bit I mean individual, but shows some tendency of the movements of connection. And sometimes some people do very connected, like our sample, even more. But still can tell it's from the, I think the middle part changed a lot, but it's very common here for these elements, for the world, the world thing, well, change to this kind of thing. Yeah. Very, very light things shows they are together and, you know, just do 1, 2, 3 like that. Yeah, sometimes when you write more, I mean, familiar with the whole radicals, I mean, whole the strokes put together and become, get used to the whole thing. You have view of the whole thing and for the whole balance. So you'll get better and better. Okay, let's look at the graph style, cursive style. That's a lot change. Actually, this I got from the, you know, the famous painter of Bada Shanren. And this is his cursive style of leaf. That's a lot different. The grass style, I mean the grass top in the cursive style, very common from this two cross thing, this two cross, right? And it become like the two dots or two vertical and then horizontal. Yeah, become this. Become this. So, and when you write, now you understand, when you write very fast, look at the sample of that, then become this. Like a 3 dots, but still shows like 2 dots on top connected and then one vertical one, right? I mean, one horizontal one. The middle part changed a lot and also the bottom part. Okay, so this is the grass top, still almost the same thing. Middle part, vertical, diagonal things, and the back, and the small vertical, and this. Or the bottom thing, some people write still keep this wood more clear, wood-like thing as in the walking style. See this back and then do the wood part more clear. Also correct. This is also like a little bit separated, like the number 3 thing. That's Bada Shangren, and also other Huai Su, other calligrapher, famous with the running style.
Victoria,
Very running. I'm sorry.
Victoria, hi.
Yeah.
Could you do the that wood again? I'm having a hard time with the direction. It looks like a kind of a number 4, and I keep coming at it. I think I'm doing it backwards, but would you mind doing that again? Just what you just did with the wood, like the walking style wood.
Okay. Standard like that, like a tree looking like the shorter one, right? And the big tree trunk. And then like a branch with direction left and the direction on the right? This is the wood thing. This is wood thing. If you write faster, like a walking style, like this long stroke become like 2 dots because bring it shorter. And those 2 dots with some like a connection, like talking together. And those can be a little bit connected, but still horizontal, vertical, 2 dots, horizontal, vertical, 2 dots, horizontal, vertical, 2 dots. Oh, very connected like that.
Okay, that it was that horizontal, vertical. I was backwards. Okay.
Still horizontal, like a big shoulder, shoulder there, then vertical chunk, so frame there already, and branch left, branch right, like that. Just remember this. Lots of Chinese characters are very, image-looking thing. You can help you to remember that.
Love that. I love that. Thank you.
So you can write this because sometimes, for adults to learn characters or learn things, try to find some things logically, and it does help. So you can remember, So this way, I said for the bottom, if you put the wood-like thing, that's makes sense and helped. I remembered we also learned the tea, right? The tea with this wood bottom thing. I think the tea leaves tea, yeah. And the tea leaves, we can use a single word for tea, and also people say tea leaves. I give you, dry the little things. I'll give you tea leaves for gifts. I always got tea leaves, the new tea leaves as gift in the spring. The new tea leaves every year from my classmates and my neighborhood when I was a child. So they send me very good spring tea leaves every year. Not this year. That this year spring, nothing, nobody, traveled from China, and I have no tea leaves. And once I put the post on my the social media group. I shows my friend. The topic is no new tea leaves this year. No fresh. But I no tea leaves this year from China. But I got the most fresh tea leaves because I made tea leaves myself. I got the mulberry tree for the berry. It's like it kind of like the blackberry, but I got from the nursery, Taiwanese nursery, and because first I think we always people from China and we always say the mulberry tree fiber, the paper or anything. I think to have the mulberry tree is kind of fun. So I planted it. And I know the leaves can make the herbal tea. And in the manual of the Chinese herbal doctor's book, they also mentioned, oh, this is good for your lung, for cleansing thing, for the throat. But I never use it. I never do it. I have plenty food to eat. I have plenty tea leaves. I never use it. And I'm curious about how to make the tea leaves, become these dried little things. Oh, look at that. I never practice it. I never do it. And this time kind of push me, this pandemic time, push me to do lots of things new, I even do my French baguette myself. I never think I'm going to make it, for the slow fermenting of the dough and very soft, even the overnight or for like 8 hours, 6 hours for the dough, for the slow ferment. I never think of I'm going to do that. I'm Chinese. I eat rice, and sometimes I think I got the grocery store, but this limited time to go to in the May, in the April. Limited time to go to the grocery store like the 2 weeks, once a week. Oh, so I didn't buy. I start to think of anyway. I made the tea leaves. I picked the leaves from the mulberry tree, and I followed. I learned a lot from the YouTube. There's lots of video clips there, and to dry it, sun dry it. And then overnight, back a little bit, become a little bit soft. And in the big, like the walk to very, very slow heat. Use my hand as the spatula, because can tell the temperature, not be too high. As spatula, to stir it, to feel it. If too much heat, I cannot use my hand. That means too hot. So I stir it and then take it out and I roll it, you know, it halfway dry, you can roll it. Otherwise, you know, the roll it is to cracking it a little bit. And then later when you brew it, it will release flavor. You do not really till it, but you roll it. So meanwhile, you crack it. Anyway, I made my tea leaves this year. So I tell my friends, no new yearly new tea leaves from China, but I got the most fresh, the newest tea leaves. Hey, myself, I got it. I made it. Yeah, my friends laughed at me. Okay,
Victoria, Victoria,
yes.
I had a question for you. In the top of the leaf cursive style, your top one is quite different than the other two. You see the top one that you did.
Different order.
Yeah, well, on the upper left-hand corner, you did one, and it's really elegant with that heavy and then light and then heavy. And then the other ones kind of look like horns, but that one looks sort of like one continuous stroke.
Actually, I always said in my class, some roll I explained, like an iron roll, and some are plastic. Some just depends on different artists, different calligrapher. They like what they like, and some just see. All from me. Each time I did different, and sometimes I think I want to put a little bit like 2 dots, you know, different. 2 dots, a little bit different, but still, you know, with pressing and the lift, you say it's more elegant looking, you know, shows a little bit, or sometimes you call it rhythm, right? It's kind of rhythm with some lighter and heavy.
Yeah, your upper left-hand corner one. It looks like actually 2 strokes. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
What's the meaning of two strokes?
It has the look of 2. Yeah.
Okay, which means like 2 dots connected, look like the 1 stroke, right?
It just looks nicer to me.
Oh, okay. Actually, my name with this grass top, and my mom, my father, sometimes they write very first this one, even really like the 1 stroke, like that. You know, this part, instead of those 2 dots together, but still can see 2 dots, still can see 2 strokes. Some people like just 1. It's still very common, very common. Or, yeah, this very plastic. I mean, very flexible. Depends on what you like, and people can read it, and also, yeah, it's all correct. No, with no problem with the recognizable. Yeah, and yeah, you can put 2 together or make some things. But I think this case, yeah, can be 1 very together, but sometimes even very together still want to show the rhythm of where you know, put the power on. Yeah, good question. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, let me get chance to explain it. Yeah. But vertical, very different orders. So for the one running style, do this first, do vertical first. I mean, do horizontal first, and then to vertical, right? And do the grass style, running style, to vertical first, and then horizontal, because even faster. Well, but sometimes people do, I said the between walking and the running, there are no very strict for line or border there. Some people do the running style, I mean walking style, can be very fast, and those and then connected with other thing, you know. It's my name, the spring rose thing, you know. Even the walking style there, and the connected with other thing else, yeah. And also can be do like that. Two dots become even one stroke simply, you know. But I think for some characters still like lots of strokes for the whole thing, and this part people very easy to tell there is a grass top there. So yeah, people, not just my parents, other people do that as well. Simply write the grass top with one stroke on top. Yeah, whose question? Yeah, Susan.
Me. Yeah, since if you put in a painting with red leaves, what comes first, red or leaf? Because last time I did it upside down.
Red first, red first.
Red first.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it. Two, three. This red and the leaves. Red leaves, or when you write horizontal way, traditionally we do write first, and then left. So you can do either vertical way or horizontal way. For nowadays, if you really want to do the left to right, it's okay. It's okay. Or for some painting, not the Chinese painting, it's okay. Yeah, for left. People accept it. People can read it, no problem. If you do the horizontal way. But if you do the vertical way, for the top and the bottom, it's always top to bottom. Never do bottom to top. But if you have the more than one line, could be right to left, or some people do left to right for the vertical. This all correct, but never do for the single line, never do bottom to top, always top to bottom. So you can do red leaves. And also what else you can do? I'm thinking of, you can do red flower, right? Red flower. 1, 2, 3, red. Still remember the flower thing? Grass top. As we learn in these things. And these things. Remember that? flower. And what else for the red thing? Actually, in Chinese, there's a name for it. Red mountain. Still remember the character for mountain? Yes. It's mountain looking like character. And we learned the rock, right? Who did the painting with the character on the rock? Susan Riemann? Was that you?
No, me.
No,
It
No.
was me.
Oh,
It was-
Susan Tabush?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I try to remember. We learned the character for that. Okay, so I'll try do the grass style of the red. This is red, and remember the stone, the rock. Top thing, slant thing, and like a mouth thing underneath. This is the rock. This is rock. So could be the red mountain or the red stone, red rock. This is the mountain thing. And also, what else I can do? I can do like a what's that?
Red tree.
Redwood.
Redwood.
Redwood, rosewood. In China, I think the redwood is the kind of the special, like a good quality wood from the tree. Use this to make lots of crafts, even the furniture, and lots of crafts like the paperweight or the brush rest, brush rack, or some things like that. You always heard about they can carve hardwood. Probably you can do lots of carving things on that. Yeah, redwood. What else I can do? Okay, basically is this red leaves. Do you have the red leaves in there? So we don't have unless we go to the like Arrowhead, the mountain, and we will see in the mountain a little bit orangish, reddish leaves, because we have the temperature of the 96 today.
everything in Colorado is beautiful now. Lots of yellow aspen around.
I bet. So also East Coast, right? Or like Northeast. What about the Florida? Do you know? Do they have the red leaves there? Oh, also, you know what? Can think of, we also can use this for What's that?
Red tea?
Hey, who?
Right here.
Michael, are you?
Yeah.
You do that? You do Chinese?
It's Japanese. I know some Japanese.
You surprised me. Yeah. In English, black tea. In Chinese, we say red tea leaves. Yeah.
Oh, for the black tea. Oh, for black tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Japanese say black tea or
There is the
kocha.
black tea as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when you did your redwood, your red is even more stylized than any of the other ones. You know, your redwood red, the red in the redwood.
You know, it's very interesting. You can tell. Yeah, very. You know, very little different of you know, each time you know, do things a little bit different, you can tell, and you think it's different. You think it's different. Very good, yeah. So each time, that's why I said it's art, not language class we are having. So each time when you do it, different mood or different, a little bit different, turn out different. It is art. That's why in my class I said I'm not teaching I mean the character for the language purpose. Is art. And also, no matter as a beginner or what, we learn the three styles: walking style and cursive style. Especially walking style and cursive style shows lots of the, you know, art mood thing, artwork, movements. And for the mountain, we do this and we do this, walking style, cursive style. And this very depends people's style, people's get used to what kind of the writing. No border in the walking and the running, no border there. And the people sometimes just directly call it walking running style, put them together, walking running style. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this time for the autumn and for the characters, two characters for the red leaves, also maple leaves. And maple, actually, you should have to write, can write the other really maple thing. We learned the, okay, wood radical. And then the wind, I don't know, because of the wind start and the maple leaves become mature, become red, or what? Put maple thing here. We learned the wind and put the wood belonging thing, wood category thing, wood radical, and this is maple. This is maple. So we call it red leaves. Also, we call it maple leaf. And I think easier for the running style or walking style. Wood, radical. And then this wind, because it's kind of complicated inside. Just do that. Back to the center and whoo, wind. Remember that? For the wind thing. So could be maple leaves like that. Yeah, later I will put the picture on the in the classroom, and as I always do recently, this is you know, the class using paper like traditionally blackboard thing. Not the most beautiful thing, and lots of accidents. And but I yeah, for your understanding and review for the class, because I explained some things, I think I just put the photos on that, and you don't have to really copy each strokes, but let you review for the class. Yeah. So you do really the maple leaves or the red leaves. Yeah. Okay. Next time we will probably do like the one character, and we'll do my other orchids, Chinese orchids is blooming with a different flower, and we will do that again. Because as I said, I plant a lot of Chinese orchids, and in this country not very common. So when it's blooming, I always bring it to the classroom and let you see it. And I took some picture as well. We'll do the practice of the orchids, especially orchids leaves, because it consider actually very, very calligraphy stroke practicing work, calligraphy work. And oh, by the way, the Huntington Library, they enlarged the Chinese garden. And this coming weekend is the reopening ceremony, and there are some orchids society local to provide the best growing orchids there for the ceremony. My orchids, my 5 pots orchids, one is blooming, were chosen to the ceremony. Yeah, I'm coming, and I will take some pictures, show you, because you need to reserve the 1 week before for the membership, and they can go there. They said check your background in how many days, no fever, no coughing, no any symptoms, and and I can go. So yeah, my orchids was chosen for the ceremony for the Chinese Garden Huntington Library. So I'm glad.
Congratulations, Victoria.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, show you pictures later, and next time we'll do some orchids painting, and yeah. Oh, Kathy, I saw your red. It's good. And also my chrysanthemum is almost ready to bloom. And do you also like to do chrysanthemum, the things like the calligraphy, like exercise things there, like we do orchids, very simple things? Yeah, we will learn the characters and some chrysanthemums later, because that also in the 4 gentlemen in the Chinese painting, right? Because it's tough, and the last, we call it the last flower in the cold autumn, the flower season. Yeah, she or he, the gentleman, is the last, very last one. Stand in the cold winter or cold autumn, tough. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So see you next class, and
okay.
Orchids again, and I will
Thank you very much.
Weekend when I go to see my orchids in the ceremony of reopening Huntington Library Chinese.
That's exciting. That's great. Thank you, Victoria.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next class.
Bye, Victoria.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
So Cassie and Tabush, I'm starting the flower painting class soon. See you.
Yes, I can't sign in there, Henry, because family already starting to come.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
can watch the recording.
Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you.
you. All right.
All right.